Hi everyone. Let's talk about whether or not a parent is allowed to record the other parent during the visitation exchange. So typically, parents meet at public location, Safeway, Starbucks, police station. In that situation, Penal Code allows to record if there is no expectation of privacy. What does that mean? No expectation of privacy is if the other parent who is being recorded, and in this case, let's say secretly, has no expectation of privacy, meaning anyone who walks by can overhear the conversation. So if there are nobody's there and it's in public place, then it could be argued that there was an expectation of privacy because nobody was around, especially when you see the recording. So that video can be not admitted, or the other parent who is being recorded can ask to not admit that video. I created this book to help you understand the divorce process without getting lost or without getting a heart attack. You can buy it on Amazon in all formats, including audio format. So if a video is being recorded without sound in public place, and there is nobody that could overhear the conversation because it's without sound, that should be fine. What if the visitation happens in front of the door of one parent's home where there are no people, so we have expectation of privacy, and it's being video recorded and audio recorded? Well, in that case, it's not going to be admitted because that video is recorded secretly and the other parent has expectation of privacy. Let's say the other parent says something to the other parent, and we assume this is non-abusive type of situation. The other parent is arguing or says something, not threatening, not harassing. They have a conversation. So yeah, that video cannot be admitted. Penal Code section 632, expectation of privacy. And so the other parent who is secretly recording it is violating Penal Code. Now, what if the parent who is secretly recording in private is expecting harassment, threat, any type of domestic violence could happen, reasonably assuming that this will happen? Now, let's say the situation escalates, the other parent becomes agitated, angry, and the parent who is recording realizes, okay, I need to record this because how would I else prove it in court? In that case, the parent who is recording, Penal Code section 635, is allowed to record if there is a reasonable expectation that domestic violence will happen. In other words, when you are recording secretly, you gotta be careful that you don't record without the other parent's consent, unless it's public place, no expectation of privacy, other people walking around, and there is no threat of domestic violence. In all other cases, judges don't like it, to say the least, and you would be violating Penal Code section. Now, in some domestic violence cases, of course, it's already, if there is a domestic violence court order, then there will be a section where it says recording is allowed. And that's not the case we're talking about. We're talking about secret recording without other person's consent. How can you prevent secret recording? For everyone's safety, I'm pulling the camera, I'm recording. And so that way you're giving the other parent, you put the other parent on notice, and the other parent, if they don't agree, they will say, I don't agree to the recording. So here you are, you have offer, not acceptance, and then you cannot record if, again, expectation of privacy exists, no domestic violence exists. That's regarding recording. I hope that was helpful. I will see you in my next video. Bye!